YouTube and Snapchat and bastards. Welcome back to another installment of the Friday Wrap-Up. Well, we made it through another week. Hey, pat yourselves on the back, kids. So I got one hell of a show for you guys today. A lot of stuff we got to cover. So, we're not going to waste too much time dawdling around. We got some pretty cool topics today. So before we get started, I want to tip my hat to today's libation. I'm going to tip my hat actually today a Cutwater cocktail. I'm having a Paloma. Okay, these things are fantastic. Great for the summer. I showed you a couple weeks ago. I had one from Cuervo. It was a margarita in a can. Well, Cutwater is some of the best cocktails in a can you can get. I know the LGB community just got a little titillated with that one. They went, "Oh, this is cock in a can. That's right up our alley." Anyway, so these give you nice full-size soda cans. All right, and it's chock full of tequila. They make other cocktails with vodka, gin, Manhattans, whatever you like. But these things have like 12% alcohol by volume. I mean, a couple of these on a beach in the summer, and you are fucked up. Now, like I said, the Paloma is like one of my new favorites. It's the national cocktail in Mexico. You can make these real simple if you wanted. A little grapefruit juice, club soda, and tequila, or traditionally, it's made with grapefruit soda and tequila, but like I said, these things are fucking great. You put them in your lunchbox, cooler, in your pocket, in your glove compartment, whatever you want. So, we got our nicely chilled cocktail in our official Friday Wrap-Up cup. Salud, to drink up and be somebody. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's delightful. Okay, so jumping right in. It was a big fucking week again this week. Monday kicked off the week with National Margarita Day. But what the fuck with all these national days? Honestly, I don't understand. There's a national day for everything now, okay? There's National Steak and Blowjob Day, which is actually a nice day, depending, you got Margarita Day, Donut Day, Pizza Day, Go Fuck Yourself Day. I mean, there's a day for everything these days. But where's National Jerk Off Day? Where you could, not when you're gonna jerk off, but when you actually see a jerk off and punch him in the fucking neck. Huh? How about a day like that? Today should have been that day. So I'm a little wound up today because you see, it's what I always say. No good deed goes unpunished. Today I took my mother, Marie Barone, for a new car today. And boy, was that a fucking ordeal. I mean, nothing ever goes smooth with this person. Nothing. I had to spend. I go through this ordeal once every 3 years. It's like. It's worse than doing your fucking taxes. Let me tell you. I had explained to her for 15 fucking minutes, and I've had this conversation about 1,000 times with her, why her new car does not come with a tape deck. And the answer's simple. It's not 1987, okay? But, they don't understand. But I like to play my tapes of Sinatra. I'm like, you got the fucking Sinatra. It breaks your balls over the Sinatra station, right? The Sirius XM. Does it have Sinatra radio? Does it have Sinatra? I don't want the car if it doesn't have Sinatra radio. I'm like, you could put that in any fucking car. It doesn't just come specific to these cars. I swear to God, I just wanted to push her out of the fucking car on the parkway. Anyhow, so that's how I kicked my day off today. So, that brings us to today's show. First up, Nostrilgate. The Cuomo saga continues. Get this shit. I love when they smell blood in the water. A former aide to Governor Nostrils, Ms. Lindsay Boylan, who is now looking to run for Manhattan Borough President right away. A nice-looking young lady, is now accusing Nostrils of making unwanted sexual advances towards her as during her tenure working for the governor. Apparently he kissed her without her permission. What the fuck? And he was always making, going out of his way to touch her on her lower back, her arms, her legs. He even went as far as to ask her if she wanted to play strip poker with him on a flight back from wherever the fuck they were coming from, I guess going back to Albany. Apparently, when she was hired in 2016, her boss, her direct supervisor, not Cuomo, told her that Cuomo had a crush on her. And this was all happening while he was with semi-homemade Sandra Lee. Cuomo even told Lindsay that that her and Sandra Lee could be sisters, okay? Only she'd be the better-looking sister. Smooth nostrils, real fucking smooth. And we wondered why that little relationship broke up. Anyhow, it gets deeper and deeper. I love it. They smell blood in the water and they all come out of the fucking woodwork. It's like my lovely Aunt Barbara used to say, "Ooh, child, the chickens is coming home to roost." Okay? So, your corona update. The vaccinations are slowing down due to lack of supply. Perhaps someone should call Trump down in Florida and ask if he can make a phone call and get the supply ramped up, because he had no problem doing that when he was president. The Trump administration had absolutely no problem getting the vaccine up and out. They were actually up to 900,000 plus vaccinations per day before Trump left office. Now that Biden is occupying the Oval Office, they could barely do 9 a day. I mean, this administration totally fucked everything up in less than a month. Okay, and this is the fucking dope that promised 1 million daily vaccinations within the first 100 days of his stolen presidency. Okay, we're off to a fucking marvelous start already. I mean, this is just magical. Well, next up, Johnson & Johnson's 1-dose vaccine is actually set to be approved by the FDA any day now. And once it is, the catastrophe in chief has promised that they got a plan to roll out this Johnson & Johnson vaccine as quickly as possible. As soon as Johnson & Johnson, can make it, they got a plan to roll it out, which means they're going to fuck that up too. So there's that. Dr. Fauci, that little wealth of information, doesn't know if the vaccine, any vaccines for that matter, will work with the new strain of the coronavirus. So that's why the CDC, more fucksticks, are still suggesting masks and social distancing even after you receive the vaccine. So again, I'll ask the question, what's the fucking point? Okay? You go through the side effects after the second dose, which, by the way, I hear are fucking horrible. Okay? Vertigo, pains in the lower back, you're falling down, you're throwing up. Okay? And if you're a woman under 40, you could have reproductive problems if you take the vaccine. They don't fucking know. So they're just putting that out there. So, every chick under 40 who's looking to have kids is not going for this vaccine. Explain to me how we're going to hit herd immunity again. You go through all of this shit, and then the fucking vaccine may not even work against the West African strain of the virus. Now, God forbid we fucking ban international travel, right? That idea is off the table, okay? How the fuck, and I said it last week, how the fuck did it go to West Africa and then come back this way? Like, why are we not banning international travel? And you know what? And in the black community, I can't blame them here. They're probably just sitting around going, why I gotta be West African? Now they're trying to blame us. Shit. And the vaccine may not work. So what the fuck is the point? Anyhow, in other news, Nostrils says that movie theaters that didn't go out of business in the last year can now reopen in March with 25% capacity. Isn't that nice? I mean, of course, there's going to have to be temperature checks and social distancing and anal swabbing and stool samples. And what's the point of this fuckery? Seriously, okay? There's no fucking movies to even show. I mean, any of the 3 new releases in March are going to be streaming on HBO Max or Disney+. So why would anyone in their right fucking mind risk getting the Wu flu when you want to watch the same movie, when you can watch the same movies at home? I mean, you could pantsless on the streaming system that you already fucking pay for. Okay? Listen, if your kids start bitching that they want to go to the movies, then you get the popcorn, and punch those little pets right in the fucking face. Okay? They're probably fucking defective anyway. All right? Stay home, watch your movies, okay? And that's that. Movie theaters are gone. They're done. Okay? I don't understand why he thinks this is a fucking plus right now. He put them out of business already. Unbelievable. Anyway. Get your tickets out, kids. We're about to take one hell of a trip on a crazy train. All aboard! Woo woo! Okay, first stop, Cincinnati, Ohio. Gorilla Glue is reporting that since the whole Tessica Brown saga, that sales have fucking skyrocketed. I mean, I can't imagine. Would they hire Tessica as the spokeswoman? You know, I mean, hey, this is your girl Tessica. Remember me? Listen, bitches, you want that weave to last? You know, you go get your hair done, girl. I know, I feel you. You go get your hair done and all that shit. And then your man want to be messing around with it and playing with it, banging his dick on that shit. You know, you got to tell him, man. Don't be touch. You can touch all this here. Don't be messing with my fucking hair. This shit got to last, you know. Well, girl, I got something for your ass. You just spray a little Gorilla Glue on that shit. Ooh, girl, he could do whatever the fuck he want to your head. He could bang his dick on it. He can mess it up. He can pull on it and shit. That shit ain't gonna move. I mean, yeah, you gonna have to go to L.A. maybe and go find yourself a nice doctor, get that shit out, some olive oil and shit. But, you know, I understand these motherfuckers, they think they took you a Red Lobster, bought you all you could eat shrimp. They can fuck around with your hair. Motherfucker, you ain't paying for that shit. You go buy me some Gorilla Glue. Next stop, Rhode Island. Hasbro Toys has announced that the beloved children's toy that we know as Mr. or Mrs. Potato Head, depending upon your preference, will now be fucking gender neutral. Okay? I mean, the world has fucking gone completely insane. I'm sorry. I mean, we're talking about a toy that's shaped like a fucking potato. Okay, that, you know, you put little faces on. They have a Mister and they have a Mrs. They put them together. They make little tater tots. Okay, what's the fucking... Now they got to be gender neutral. They're just gonna call it Potato Head. This is a fucking toy that they store the parts for the face in its ass. So what's next? You're gonna put a detachable dick on it? Okay, you can pull the fucking dick off and shove it up its own ass. These are the toys we want our children to play with. It's a vegetable. Okay, why does it have to be fucking gender neutral? It's a fucking potato. Oh, and this one's my favorite here. Next stop, California. Okay, so in a recent interview with Oprah Winfrey, Stevie Wonder, that blind sensation, announced that he will be moving to Ghana, West Africa. Well, stop the fucking presses. Okay? He said he's doing this because he wants to shield his grandchildren from all of the racial injustices in this country. You know, Stevie did pretty well for himself. You know, he's a fucking millionaire. So, you know, all of his grandchildren, great-grandchildren, they all go to private schools. They live in beautiful homes with all the fucking opportunities in the world. He also blamed the tumultuous political climate. Okay? So I guess since Joe Biden is in the White House, he wants to get the fuck out of Dodge. Can't blame him there. So he's going to take his whole family out of these beautiful, neighborhoods and things and move them to the fucking jungles of Africa. Yep. Okay. He said, and I quote, I just want to see the nation smile again. You get that? I'll say it again. Stevie Wonder said that he wants to see the nation smile again. Yes, can't see shit, Stevie, okay? You've never seen anything smile. I mean, you don't even know what the fuck colors are. Come on. I mean, doesn't Stevie have friends or relatives or something to say? You know, that sit him down and say, good God, Stevie, is you ignorant? They got the West African COVID over there. What you think? Is some hip-hopping, popping and clicking witch doctor gonna fix that shit? What your blind ass gonna do when a lion run up on you? You don't sing him a fucking song? Sit your blind black ass down and shut the fuck up. I mean, I get it. Listen, he's 100. I mean, just spin him around a couple times and take him to the fucking LA Zoo and park him in front of the goddamn giraffe cage, okay? I mean, he's not gonna know. But I smelled giraffes. Yeah, that's right, because you in Africa, motherfucker. You holler if you hear a lion or some shit. I mean, what the fuck? This is news? Can't make this shit up. Your sports update. NHL, NBA, nothing really remarkable to report there. But Major League Baseball is coming back. Okay, your first spring training games begin this Sunday. You got the Yankees versus the Blue Jays this Sunday at 1:05, and you got the Phillies and the Tigers also at 1:05. And then you got the Dodgers and the A's at 3:05. So there you go. You need a baseball fix, a little spring training baseball for your ass. And next, a big shakeup in the sports world. Tiger Woods, okay, broke both his legs in a car accident. Apparently, he sustained compound fractures to at least one of his legs, I heard. Multiple compound fractures on one leg. That's gotta fuck up your swing, huh? He's got one leg that's an erector set. He's gonna have to lean to one side. He's probably laying in the hospital, doped up on morphine, watching Tin Cup and Bagger Vance and calling Will Smith in the middle of the night to ugly cry into the phone. I mean, his poor bitch was better off when he was banging cocktail waitresses 2 at a time between golf rounds. I mean, you know, the minute he tried to go, he went to that sex rehab clinic. Fucked them all up. He hasn't been right ever since. I mean, but who goes to first of all, what the fuck is a sex rehab clinic anyway? Okay? Like, hi, I'm Tiger. I'm a sex addict. Listen, if you crave sex at least twice a month, you're a fucking sex addict. I hate to break it to you. We're all fucking filthy animals when it comes to that shit. Okay? I mean, come on. Sex addict. Anyhow, so hopefully Tiger makes a full recovery. I mean, he's still young. He should be okay. And if not, he had a good run. What are you gonna do? So, on your next installment of What the Fuck Is That? A filthy orgasm. Now, you must be wondering to yourself, well, what the fuck is that? That's the segment anyway. Well, a filthy orgasm is when a woman shits while having an orgasm. It has nothing to do with anal sex at all. Nope. I'm talking about doing it the conventional way. Now, you might have thought that this was an urban legend, or maybe you think it's not possible. But it turns out that the female body is really that evil. It happened to a good friend of mine. Now, I won't mention his name because if I do, he tends to go fucking mental when I say it. But this story still fucking delights me. A couple of years back, he calls me up. It was early in the morning, and you could tell he was all shaken up. He's, Rev, I got to talk to you. I said, all right, what's the problem? He goes, he says, you know those dating apps? I had turned him on to Bumble a couple of years ago. I don't know, a friend of mine had mentioned it to me. I mentioned it to him, and he met a chick on it, and he went out with her a couple of times, 2-3 times, anyway. So, about the third or fourth date, they decide to consummate the relationship. So he's a little bit of a weird dude. He didn't want to take her back to his apartment, which in hindsight was probably a very good idea. So they get a hotel room. So he said, he called, and he was visibly fucking frazzled over this. He's still not right. And he told me, they're in a hotel room and they're doing it. And, all of a sudden he could smell something. He said he looked down, she shit, because she was moaning, and she shit all over the fucking bed. He goes, I was fucking kneeling in it. He jumped up, he ran out, he ran into the bathroom, took a shower, came out, the broad's still sitting there in her own shit. He just got the fuck out of there, but it fucked them all up. He's like, that ever happened to you? And I was driving at the time. I had to pull over because I couldn't stop fucking laughing. I almost crashed into 5 cars. I says, no, you sick bastard. That's never happened. And I asked the question that you're all thinking right now. Well, which spot were you in? And he said the conventional one, not the exhaust pipe. I said, oh, well, I never heard of anything like this. Did you have Mexican food? I'm asking all these fucking questions. But anyway, according to sex therapist Dr. Lisa Lawless, it's not abnormal. However, it's not common either. I mean, as the body bears down during the during the orgasm, you're more likely to fart, but I guess if you got one in the fucking chamber, shit happens, I guess. So, if, if that should ever happen to you, do not tell your friends, because if they're anything like me, they will torture you mercilessly for the rest of your fucking life. Do not confuse this, though, with the good old-fashioned Cleveland steamer. That's when, after sex, the broad decides to shit on your chest and then sit in it and move back and forth like a steamroller. Yeah, yummy. Listen, if you're into this sort of thing, first off, don't procreate. Okay, and secondly, my suggestion to you is go down to Chinatown. Have yourself a nice meal. Okay? Chances are you're going to catch the wolf flu before they even bring out the fucking fortune cookies. Okay? Don't go to the hospital. Don't call a doctor. Just go home, lay face down in your bed, and just wait for death, okay? Because that's the type of person you are if you like people shitting on you after sex. Just saying, okay? So my observations for the week. I actually got a pleasant surprise this week, and then it was fucking ruined. Disney Plus channel, Disney owns pretty much everything. They own most of our childhood. They bought Star Wars and fucking ruined it. They bought the Muppets, and they're going to fucking ruin that too. They bought the Muppets a long time ago. So they finally released all 5 seasons of the Muppet Show from back when we were kids, back from the fucking 70s, at least from when I was a kid, okay? All 5 seasons of the Muppet Show, the classic Muppet Show on Disney Plus. Well, this to me was just fucking gold, right? And then Disney had to go fucking ruin it by putting a disclaimer before you turn the show on that the Muppets are racially insensitive. The Muppets apparently are fucking racist. So apparently Jim Henson was a racist. How the fuck are the Muppets racist? Okay? They're puppets that sing and dance and bring people fucking joy. That's racism. Okay? You got frogs and pigs, definitely fornicating. You got chickens and bears and gonzo. Listen, if you think the fucking Muppets are racist, then you're a fucking idiot and a communist, and you should kill yourself in the most brutal fucking way known to man. Electrocute yourself at home, or take an M80, light it, and shove it in your mouth, and blow your whole fucking head up. I don't know, but you shouldn't be allowed to fucking breathe, live, or walk. Okay? The right people are not getting the coronavirus. I've said that since the very beginning of this show. I know some of you go, oh my God, that's terrible. I'm just saying. It's fucking horrible. That you could look at a beautiful thing like the Muppet Show and think they're racist. I can prove that they're not. The great Lena Horne, who was an entertainer and an activist. Great, very talented lady. She was on the Muppet Show 3 or 4 fucking times. She loved the Muppets. Now, how is she an activist but going on a racist show? I can tell you, because the show ain't fucking racist. Stupid fucks. Today, I'm in the bank. Once in a blue moon, I gotta go to the fucking bank. I don't understand why it's a Friday, they don't have more people working. And I'm standing there in line for what seemed like, 900 fucking days. And, it suddenly dawned on me, how people could just snap and go on a killing spree. Because I had to really, suppress the urge to just pick people up and just start slamming them against the fucking wall. First of all, senior citizens should not be allowed to go to the bank on Friday. They got Monday through Thursday to do all their banking. That's when they should go. They should even have specific power hours for senior citizens. Early in the morning. Because they're up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon anyway. But if I go to the bank at 11 o'clock in the morning, and I got some senior citizens that can't figure out what the fuck they're doing now. I don't understand. I put this much. They counting the money at the fucking thing as the teller is counting. They're having fucking idle chit-chat. There's 2 fucking people working in the bank, and there's a whole goddamn line of people. What the fuck are you doing? Seriously. And for you Dunkin' Donuts goers, you might have noticed they changed the menu up a little bit. They are introducing a new breakfast item. Avocado toast. Every time I go into Dunkin' Donuts, I see this big fucking sign of avocado toast. And it nauseates the fucking shit out of me because it's just green goo. on a piece of toast. Who eats this shit? First of all, if you're going to eat avocado toast, make that fucking shit at home. What are you going to Dunkin' Donuts for? You're going to get poisoned, and you should get poisoned, okay? Because that's disgusting shit. And you're eating green lumps of shit, okay? So, before I disembark, I will leave you with this thought. Remember, kids, vaginas, it's where every birthday starts. Well, you have yourselves a great day and an even better one tomorrow. That's been your Friday wrap-up, and I'll see you when I see you.